Hey guys, what's up? Paladin here with another Call of Duty video going 51 and 19, I believe, with the AK-12 on, I don't know this map. It's one of the DLC maps from the second DLC pack, which was Devastation, I think. I think it's called Collision. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Well, okay, yeah, I think it's Collision, because, you know, you're on a ship and it's kind of stopped in place. It's not really moving. So, yeah, I'm rather... fuck you, Knifer. I'm rather irritated by this gameplay because I would have done a lot better, like 51 and like a lot less deaths, if the game didn't spawn me in stupid fucking spots in the middle of the middle to end of the game. It really honestly pissed me off, and it just... I was so frustrated. I kept dying in the middle of the gameplay, and I was like, if I die one more fucking time, I'm gonna quit this lobby. But luckily, I didn't die a fuck ton of times after I got all those deaths. It was ridiculous. I kept getting spawned in stupid spots, and stupid shit kept happening to me, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. But anyways, so I have something else to talk about here with you guys. That would be the Day 2 and Day 3 of the XGames, because I made the first XGames video, and I gotta fuck you, he was gonna try and knife me. I made a little notepad here of all the other XGame days, because I made one on the first day, and then I never made another video on Day 2 and or Day 3, so I'm gonna kind of combine Day 2 and Day 3. But I'm actually just overall gonna talk about the XGames as well. I made a little list here. And the first match was EG against SB, which, you know, Evil Geniuses versus Strictly Business. Group A match 1. EG won that match, and then moving on we have TK going against Optic Nation. They beat Optic Nation. Then we have Optic Gaming versus FaZe Red. Optic Gaming won that. Team Envious won against Curse Orange. I don't know why I decided in the first one to name the matches. I'm just going to say who won. Strictly Business beat Optic Nation, and then Team Caliber, TK, won against Evil Geniuses, which was... I'm going to get to that in a second. Evil Geniuses won against SB in the final match, the Group A final match, though, to stay in the tournament, so Strictly Business was eliminated after that. Curse Orange won against FaZe Red, and Optic Gaming won against Envious, and then Envious won against Curse Orange in the final match to stay in the tournament. So the second day is pretty much TK, EG, and Envious and Optic Gaming staying in the tournament. For the third day, we have TK winning against Envious in the first semifinals. Then we have Optic Gaming beating Evil Geniuses, which is just ridiculous, in the second semifinals. EG won the bronze medal. So yeah, that was them winning that. They were probably pretty pissed off. I think Aches threw a fucking fit or something. Then Optic Gaming won against TK after TK win. Optic Gaming won gold. So they, you know, won the tournament and everything, and TK won the silver medals because they lost to Optic Gaming. Now, as I've said before, my favorite teams are TK, Optic Gaming, and Evil Geniuses a little bit. I say a little bit because I'm tired of seeing them winning, and thank God they didn't win this. If you're an Evil Geniuses fan, I'm sorry. I'm tired of seeing them win. It's ridiculous how... It's like my gripe with John Cena from fucking WWE. I'm tired of seeing his ass win. Can we have somebody else that just wins a bunch of matches now? He's been doing it for like fucking 12-something years now, probably more. I don't know. I can't remember how long he's been doing all that crap. But anyways, it's ridiculous. But for Evil Geniuses to be winning like a year and a half straight, it was ridiculous. As you can see, I'm doing fairly well in this fucking match. You'll see where I start to die a lot, and it really just enraged the shit out of me, but, you know. Yeah, moving on, though. To talk more a little bit about the XGames, I guess I'm going to talk about E3 a little bit in this video, too. But to talk a little bit more about the XGames, when TK beat Evil Geniuses in that Group A winners match, I threw the biggest... I jumped up and went... I don't know. I can't... It's so hard to explain. I jumped up in just pure happiness. I was like, yes! TK beat EG! Suck it! Oh, man. And then I was predicting that they would win either one of the... they would win one of the medals. I was saying TK is going to win one of these medals. If it's gold, if they win gold, I will be pumped. But then after that, Evil Geniuses, like I said, they beat SB, so they stayed in the tournament. But then after that, you know, Optic Gaming won against Envious in the the Group B winners match, and then Envious also, you know, beat... Curse Orange to stay in the tournament at least. And I don't know why they would put a loser against... I don't know. I don't really know how these charts are set up. I don't know why they would put the loser against a lot of the winners. But TK won against, Envious in the first semifinals, which I kind of saw coming. But Envious did put up a fight. They put up a fucking fight. And then after that, Optic Gaming beat Evil Geniuses, which was another upset. In terms of the Call of Duty community, the Call of Duty competitive community, anyways, and I was just like, oh my god, Optic Gaming, my second favorite peeps just won against Evil Geniuses. This is fucking awesome. So it was it was Optic Gaming. I'm looking at the list and I see OG, and I'm always about to say like EG, but Optic Gaming beat TK, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately, I guess, because I like both TK and Optic Gaming. I wanted TK to win more, but Optic Gaming won, and it was their first ever tournament win, like their first ever major tournament win, and I was happy for that. But I would have been just so happy and ecstatic if fucking TK won, but they didn't. Optic Gaming won, and you know, that's fine. I'm completely fucking fine with that. Like I said, they're my second favorite, and EG is my third favorite. Yeah, but it was such an amazing tournament. I definitely would recommend watching TK versus EG. I would definitely recommend watching let's see here. Actually the first match. I would definitely recommend watching TK versus Optic Nation, because they upset Optic Nation a little bit. A lot of people thought Optic Nation were gonna win that, and I don't exactly know why. Everybody seems to think TK sucks when they don't. TK had a couple of bad tournaments this year, and I think a little bit at the end of last year. I can't remember off the top of my head. But for the most part, they do decent. You know, they don't suck. Obviously, they don't suck. They went to the gold medal bracket. Like, hello. But anyways, yeah. So TK won a bunch of stuff, and I was happy about that. And they won silver, unfortunately for them, anyways. I know Optic Gaming fans went I was watching it on MLG.TV, and oh my god, anytime somebody won, or when I think it was Proofy. Proofy is on Optic Gaming, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm like lost because it's been a couple of days. It's the 11th now. I just recently got into competitive, Call of Duty. In terms of watching it, I've always been a competitive player myself. But oh wait, is this yeah, this is around the area when I started dying a lot, if you hadn't noticed yet so far, by the gameplay video. Also, by the way, if you notice, there's no sound again. I can't believe I didn't mention this in the beginning of the video. There's no sound again, for the fact that there was a lot of echo in this video as well as the last one, the one with the bulldog and everything. The reason there's no sound is because there was a lot of echo, and then this was when I was really sick, and I actually start coughing a lot during this gameplay. So, and you can actually hear it because the mic was, again, not supposed to record the audio from my microphone. The Elgato was not supposed to record the audio from my microphone, so you hear me coughing every now and then. It's really loud and obnoxiously loud. It's really loud and obnoxious. There we go. So yeah, I didn't want you guys to constantly hear that and crap. But anyways, a little bit of talk of E3, just a little bit. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people when I say this. I'm surprised at what Nintendo brought to the party, man. They brought to the game, man. They literally just surprise, and there was maybe one or two games that I didn't really care about. But Nintendo was really good this E3. I think, honestly, and this is where people are going to get a little pissed off, I honestly think Nintendo had a better E3 than Sony. I'm sorry. It's just the way I see it. I'm sorry. Sony showed off a fuck ton of games that were going to be on both consoles. Microsoft did it for a couple of games, but they didn't do it for as much as Sony did. Like, Sony kept releasing a bunch of big hits, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but it's going to be on the Xbox too, Sony. What are you doing, Sony? That was terrible accuracy on my part. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I was watching it and I was like, I like, okay, so from Sony, the Order 1886 looked really good. Bloodborne looked really good. Uncharted 4 looks great. And I think that was honestly all the games that I was interested in, because all the other shit was on the Xbox too. Like, I can get Destiny on the Xbox. I don't give a shit about... let me talk about that. I'm tired of fucking companies getting DLC first. Like, fucking Call of Duty and their Xbox crap. Like, to be completely honest, I own an Xbox One. I own a 360. And you'd think that, I would say something like, Sony, you guys get the DLC, but, like, way later after us. No, I'm actually mad at that. I wish that PlayStation users got the DLC the same time Microsoft people did, or, you know, Xbox people did. I just think that that's completely unfair, and for the fact that Destiny is also doing it with, the PlayStation, you know, and PlayStation's getting Destiny DLC before, Xbox owners. The reason it really pisses me off is because they interviewed Bungie. Bungie said, oh, don't worry, the Xbox people would get the fucking same treatment as us. No, they're not. Destiny has not been shown at one Xbox event. It's been shown at all the PlayStation ones, and all the Destiny people are, you know, all the PlayStation people are getting all the Destiny stuff first. So, no, Bungie, you lied. You lied so hard. I don't know how to control this airplane. It's the first time I've ever used it. Shut up. Yeah, like, I was flying this thing, and I'm like, how do I use this? And I get, like, 1 kill with it. I get 2 kills with it. Alright. Maybe 3. I can't remember. I saw the 200 pop up. Maybe that was a double kill. But anyways, yeah, I was watching. I just couldn't use that fucking plane, man. It's the first time I've ever, you know, got that. On Sony's side, like I said, not too much stuff impressed me, because I already knew about the PlayStation TV shit, and I knew that was gonna come to America if it did well in Japan, which it did. So I already knew that was coming. Also, I feel like it's a little ironic, because Sony showed off TV crap during their press conference. I was about to say convention, but during their press conference, and I'm like, you do realize this is what made people pissed off at Microsoft last year, right? I don't understand why Sony did that. Oh, let's talk about TV during a fucking gaming event. Just like how fucking Microsoft did last year. Thank God they did a 180. Fucking Christ, Microsoft. But anyways, as for Microsoft's, to quickly sum it up, I really liked theirs. Everything on theirs would interest me a little bit. There were a couple of letdowns, though, because I watched gameplay later for some of the games that I was interested in, and they just didn't look that interesting later. Microsoft, about 20% of the stuff they showed was on both consoles, but for the most part, they did show a good amount of exclusives. But yeah, that was E3. I'll talk more about it later. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace. Stay sexy.